Well, hello and welcome people of the internet to Backpack Survivors, a brand new roguelike bullet heaven mixed with an inventory manager. If you're familiar with a game like God of Weapons that we've been playing recently on the channel, you'll find there's a lot of similarities here. The difference though is more so if you're looking at God of Weapons as more of like a Brotato style where you have very short waves and a lot of them, this is more akin to like Vampire Survivors where you're going to have longer waves and you have to manage your inventory in the middle of those waves. This demo just came out today on the 28th of September, and this is our first look at the game. So if you want to check out the game for yourself, link will of course be down below in the description, but hang out, watch the video, experience it with us, and let's go ahead and check out what the game has to offer. I have gone and played one level just to see kind of what's involved in the game, and for the most part, it's kind of what we would expect. We have a bunch of stats here, so if you're a stat cruncher, here you go. Are we going to care a lot about these? For the most part, not really, because the demo right now is fairly minimal. So we have our hub world here, and a lot of these areas you can see there's kind of like these faded locations. Eventually you'll be able to upgrade them, but for now in the demo they're not available to us. We do have our Metaprogression over here, and it is quite minimal for this version of the demo, but there is some key stuff to look at. So we do have more bag room. This is something we'll look at in the future, but just know that I do have these unlocked. I also have an extra dash unlocked. And then basically these first four are the ones that you can unlock for more rerolls and to kind of increase the difficulty. And the rest of these, I guess I have the warrior. I think that might be the character I have unlocked by default. Okay, that's the character we have. So there's other characters here, the mage, the necromancer, the goblin, and a bunch more stuff here to unlock. Oh, talent tree. Okay, that's something that would be exciting to unlock. But yeah, so for the most part, we're not really going to look a lot there because it is mostly locked behind the demo. So let's just go ahead and start a run. So we come over here to the portal. There's going to be a bunch of different maps. Right now, there's only one unlocked. Basically, the way it works is we have grasslands, we have mountain foot, and then finally the boss area. The boss area is just literally the boss. The other two areas are basically like 3-minute rounds where you're going to be defeating enemies, collecting gold, and buying more inventory space. We have all our modifiers, so this will likely be the Hellfire difficulty manager, which we saw before, and will increase these. Upon completion, we get 10 of these crystals, Titanic Souls they're actually called, which can be used for Metaprogression. I have one because I've spent them all. And then you're going to get a first-time completion. So for this, you get a hero sword and I think one other thing, but I've already completed it, so we can already see that that's completed. In the map, there will also be altars, and altars, there's a couple of them that I've seen. There's one for like cooldown that'll decrease your cooldown. I think there might be one for damage, but we'll see some of those. There's also one for healing, of course. And then loot goblins, gonna be honest, I didn't really notice them in my run, but let's go ahead and start here. So before we start, we get to actually see this screen, which is really nice. We get to set up our inventory before we even jump in, which is something that you don't see all that often. Typically, they just kind of send you in with a default build. Now, this is our backpack that we can see here. I think this is what I have unlocked through Metaprogression. No, that's locked. So maybe I have all of this space locked. Basically, the way it works is when you start, you're going to have, well, I guess let's start at the very basics here. So down here we have our storage. This is where we can just kind of put stuff when we're not using it. When you first start, this is what you're going to have access to. These three things. These are unlocked. This is the hero sword is what you unlocked by completing this first map, and the scales of the beetles is an item you unlock by defeating one of the bosses. Now, right now, if I want to put the sword in my backpack, I can't do that. Look, I can see the squares, but they're all red. The reason being is you have to have bags in your backpack in order to put items in there. So we'll put this treasure chest in first, and look, I have all the space. Now, when you first start in the game, because I've already unlocked some extra space, you're only going to have, I think it might be 5, is it 5 by 5? It might be bigger than that. It might be like 7 by 7. If we look here, there's 2. So I think it's a box. If we take a look, I think it's 3 lines are locked across the top, left, bottom, and right. So I've unlocked all this extra space here that we can buy for extra bags. So let's go ahead and throw a bag in here first. Go ahead and throw in our hero sword so we can see all the different stats. This is actually a new weapon for me, so let's take a look at the weapon itself. So we have the sword tag. It's rare weapon. It does lightning damage, so that's going to be important. It's also a melee weapon, has a cooldown of 2 seconds and a range of 4. It targets the closest enemy. Does 10 to 15 lightning damage, 10% crit chance, 150% crit damage, piercing for 10. And if we come over here to say the amount of enemies your attacks can pierce, perfect. Love the fact that there are tooltips over here. Starred item stats. So if you're new to these inventory managers, basically the way it works is you can see here on the item there are different stars. if you have items that are connected, that will give the starred item stats, so 10% crit chance and crit multiplier, to those items. So, for example, let's take a look at this sword here. Actually, I'm going to need some more inventory space. No, I'm not. Okay, so if we put this hero sword in here, you can see it turns green, and any red squares, obviously we can't put it there, so we put it right in the middle. Now, let's take a look at this. So this weapon here, the wooden practice sword, has 5% crit chance, 150% crit multiplier. If I put it next to the hero sword, look at that. Now it's up to 15% and 160%, and you can actually see in parentheses we're getting that 10% bonus from the hero sword because it's connected. Now, we only benefit from 1 star at a time, and you can see that there's a little like lightning connection there. So if I wanted to, if I get some additional bag space, like this, for example, let's go ahead and do this. If I turn the weapon here, now I'm still connected, but now I have 2 other stars here rather than all 3 held out. So I could put some other weapons there in order to get more benefits from the hero sword. So we're going to need to buy a bunch more inventory space. I'm also going to buy this iron dagger here. It's a projectile weapon. It's a throwing weapon, more specifically. It has a bunch of crit chance. Does low damage, though. But we are going to pick that up. And we're also going to put this key to the final fortress, which gives health, armor, base damage, but the starred item stats is going to give 25% damage. Now, as far as what I can do here, I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to rearrange this a little bit right off the bat here. I'm going to put this right down here so that I can put the key here so that we can get some additional damage. You can see it went up, so from 10 to 15 to 15 to 21. Perfect. That is a little bit weird way to do it, though. So let's do this, we can put that there, and then unfortunately we're kind of losing here on the sword, so maybe we're not going to do that. We could just go for like a dagger build. Let's do that. Let's grab the magical daggers. Can't afford. Okay, can we sell this? We can sell this for how much? For 12. That's not going to be enough for us. This is going to need 20% damage. Okay, so we're not going to do that just yet. We can actually, let's see, range 4, range 8. This is range 5. Okay, that's okay. We're going to, actually, you know what? We're going to go back to how we had it before. Let's actually just do this for now. We're going to keep there. Let's go ahead and jump into the battle. We've been taking too long here. Continue. Okay, jump right in. We're going to need some more inventory space anyway, so there's no sense in min-maxing anything right now. All right, and here we go. So we have our warrior. Cool thing, too, is that the warrior, whatever, like, our main weapon is, he kind of equips on him. So you can see we actually have the hero sword on our back. And we're just throwing some daggers. We run around. There's the hero sword attack. And now what's our goal? Well, our goal is to kill a bunch of enemies here. We're going to get a bunch of coins. And you can see that the old man has already spawned on the map. He spawns quite often, so basically we can just keep collecting coins, keep making our way over to the old man, and keep buying stuff, keep buying bags, keep buying items, and keep getting stronger. Find some cool builds. There's some nice little synergy, like artifacts that we're going to be able to get, and just kind of make our builds kind of fun, kind of sweet. Now, kind of something to keep in mind here is this is an early version build, so because we're not going to be going too deep in terms of like difficulty, maps, or items, probably a lot of items either haven't been implemented in the game yet, or, you know, just are currently available, or I don't have unlocked yet. So a lot of the build stuff is going to be kind of bare, like minimal for right now, but for what we have, there's a lot going here. Let's go ahead and take care of as much of this wave as we can here. Grab this extra gold and then make our way to the old man. Very nice. Okay, Master Roshi, what you got for me? We do have indicators here, so you can see that there's bag, there's armor items, and there's weapons. So that's kind of a nice way to kind of glance over things here. Now, as far as I can tell, there are no bags that give different kind of modifiers, which is something that, like, you know, Backpack Battles has done. Well, I'm sure other games have done it, but Backpack Battles, more recently we've been playing Neo Duel on the channel, and there's a lot of bags that have different kind of modifiers like attack speed, crit chance. I haven't seen any bags like that yet. Just wanted to kind of mention that, keep that in mind going forward here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's see, so we wanted to rearrange this, we can do that, we can do this. So now we have room to put that horizontally, and then we can put the key down here. Since we don't care about the key being connected to the hero sword, we get more damage there. What else do we have? We have a trinket, which gives us luck. And what does luck do exactly? Affecting the rarity of items appearing in the shop also affects the chance of finding altars and usable drops from enemies. Oh, very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick that up. Don't need to combine it with anything. And we also have another iron dagger. Going to pick that up. We're going to have like a little projectile build here. We're out of coins, so let's go ahead and continue. There is also an item down here, but this stuff is coming in the full release, and it's just kind of a sneak preview of stuff you can get. Probably higher rarity items that we can grab there. So let's see if we can find some altars here. Now, the map itself is not like infinitely scaling or anything. There is an edge that you can eventually find. Yeah, you can see here there's water. So we're kind of in an arena. It is a large arena, but it is an arena nonetheless. You know, we've played some Bullet Heavens that have really small arenas, but this one has quite a ways that you can actually move around. You can see our timer up there in the top. We have a minute and a half left to beat this area. So overall, runs are pretty short, I found. It's not like you're going to be going in for a half an hour on a run. Runs really only take, as long as you're completing them in time, you know, depending on how long it takes you to manage your inventory, you know, 10-15 minutes is kind of what you're looking at. So it's a nice little bite-sized Bullet Heaven. I'm sure that's going to go up in difficulty. Probably the later maps will have, you know, additional areas that you have to go to. This really only, I would call it like 2 areas, right? One of the areas is the final boss fight, and as long as your build is pretty strong, I found that well, at least in the only run that I did, the boss actually died fairly quickly. But I'm sure if you don't have a very solid build, it might take a little bit of time. So let's go ahead. We got a bunch of gold here. Let's go ahead and make our way to the old man, see what we can buy. Probably looking for some more inventory space. We're pretty full right now. There we go. Here's another bag that we can grab, so let's go ahead and buy that. Actually put it on this side so we can attach it to the hero sword. We do have another projectile here, although, let's see, this is throwing. Oh, this is also throwing. Yeah, so we're going to kind of go maybe for a little bit of a throwing build here. We do have another iron dagger, so maybe we just get rid of the practice sword and just put in another dagger here. Why not? What do we have here? Armor. So this is kind of a cool, different mechanic that I've seen. Now, to be completely honest, I haven't played a lot of these inventory management games, especially if they're mixed with the Bullet Heaven genre. So I can't speak for certain if this is a new type of mechanic. I'm sure it's borrowed from something else, but you can see here that some items are going to require you to have other stats to get additional stats. So if we had 10 armor, we could get an additional 5 base damage. We don't have that. We only have 2 armor, so we're not going to get that bonus. As far as other space, I do kind of want to get the scale of the beetle down, so let's go ahead and reroll here. The reroll amount is how much gold or how many coins it's going to cost to reroll. There's no bag space here. We could grab another dagger. I think I am for 16. Let's just grab another dagger. More attacks means more damage. We have more bags. Let's go ahead and lock that so we can get it later. And then we can also, yeah, let's go ahead and lock the tomahawk as well. I don't think that there's any kind of fusion for items, at least not that I have seen so far. I also don't know if there's any way to improve the items you already have, like upgrade their quality or anything. I can't speak to that. I haven't encountered that at all in this demo. And it is kind of an early demo, so it's kind of hard to say whether that's going to be implemented or not. It's something I would definitely like to see. I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, you want to have your early game items be useful to you in the late game. So that's a feature that I always like to see and I appreciate. Oh boy, okay, so we're taking a little bit of damage here. Let's go ahead and hit this healing pool. And the level boss has appeared. Let's go ahead and pick up this item. I'm going to be on... Oh, there's... Okay, so while there are bonuses here, let's see, 10S. I don't know what any of these mean. Let's see, maybe it's not the health. Is the luck? No, extra coin chain. So I'm not sure what these are doing. There's not a lot of description there. You can see that they have timers above my health bar, but it's not telling me what they are. So I kind of wish there were some descriptions there so I could read what was going on. Now, if I'm being honest, this beetle is actually, I've kind of found the more difficult boss out of the 3 that I've fought, simply because once he turns into this rolling version of the beetle, he's actually faster than my move speed. So without this second dash that I got through Metaprogression, he can kind of be a little bit annoying and kind of hit you a lot. But that's it. That's the first area. Just nice, short, sweet, and simple. There we go. So now we get to choose a relic here. We do have dagger mastery, which could increase our piercing, which is pretty good considering our daggers don't pierce all that often. Soulstone of the Inferno. Fire weapons now cause burning and leave flames behind. Well, we're not doing any fire. We're doing lightning with the hero sword, although mostly we're doing throwable weapons, and we actually have 4 so far. We're looking to get a 5th. No, we do have 5. We have 4 daggers. So let's go ahead and take the dagger mastery, and those can stack so you can increase your piercing even more. Here's our second location. Let's go ahead and make our way in there. So it looks like we're at 0% chance, or okay, so I see. So there's a timer you can see there below the minimap for how long it's going to take for the old man to spawn. I'm assuming it's based on kills, perhaps, because it was at 0 for a while, and then all of a sudden it just kind of spammed its way up to 100%. So that's going to be what I'm assuming is the case. Let's go ahead and pick up the potion, pick up a few more coins here, and then make our way up to the old man and see what he has on offer for us today. We got a bunch of coins to spend. They're burning a hole in our pocket. So let's get some more bags here. Let's see. We could probably also, you know what? Let's go ahead and do, let's see. How do I want to do this? So if we open this up, we can move, let's see. So it doesn't look like you can move bags if they're full. Yeah. So that's something. I do wish you could move bags while they're full, because we can do this now. This is going to give a bunch of damage here. Well, 20%. 20% isn't much when they're pretty low, but it's going to give us a bunch of health, bunch of armor. Unfortunately, that does only bring us up to 6, which before we needed 10 for that item. Let's go ahead and put that there. Key here we do lose out on, well, at least we lose out on the damage. We can still put it here for the health, armor, and base damage. We have the luck and extra coins. We can go ahead and sell this. We're not going to be using that anymore. Need some more inventory space, though. We are completely full here. Nothing here. These look cool. Endless Damnation Kilt. Health, armor, projectile size, and void damage. Kind of cool. We got a whip here. I have used the bow before. Bow's kind of cool. Bow's kind of cool. We do have another dagger here. Do I just want to go full on dagger? Is there any reason to not go tomahawk and just go full on dagger? Is there anything that's different between the two? I don't know. Projectile count, projectile speed. Our projectile speed is much faster. I guess it stays on the board longer. I think I'm just going to get rid of the tomahawk and just go full on daggers. Okay, let's look for more space. Ooh, we got a nice little travel chest. Very cool, very cool. We can open up that space there. We can actually do this now, which is going to put more damage on the hero's sword. We have a javelin, which is kind of cool. Holy damage. I mean, it's not a dagger, but we can play with it. It's a lot of damage. Let's do it. We're kind of not... Oh, dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Well, we can do this. We can do this. Boom. Perfect. There we go. And then what do we have here? Pickup radius. Extra coin chance. Pickup radius is kind of nice. We can go ahead and take that. Nope, can't afford it. Let's lock it. No, let's not lock it. We don't need to lock that. We can probably find it again if we need it. Oh, that is not what I expected at all. It kind of twists. I expected to just go straight at enemies, but that's cool. We do have... Oh, magnet. Right, that's another one. So that's how you get your magnets in this game, is the altar, which just picks up your coins, since experience is found through... I'm assuming this is experience? Yeah, so what is our level changing? That would be kind of nice to know. Like, what is our... Because our damage is the same... I'm going to be honest. I don't know right off the top of my head, because all these numbers look pretty basic. Okay. Maybe that's something that's going to come later. Maybe when we level up, we get a bonus amount of coins. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really been keeping track of that since it's up in the corner. I'm just kind of like collecting as I go. So I don't know. If you guys notice what is actually happening when we level up, let me know down in the comment section below, because I haven't really noticed, you know, a big change here. And that's actually, it's honestly, maybe nothing is implemented yet, because there's no, as far as I can tell, I'm looking around right now, there's nothing on this while I'm playing UI that indicates any experience. It's only when I pop in here, which is kind of odd. So I would assume if that's the case, nothing has been implemented yet as far as what you can get from levels. Okay, so what do we have? We could go for a little bit more defensive items. I do need some more storage, though, so let's go ahead and grab that. Do we want to grab health and armor? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Although these are higher rarity. Health and extra dash. Is that better than armor, though? Do have a single satchel. Let's go ahead and grab the satchel. Much more health. We get some piercing on the starred items. One thing I want to check, though. So with the start, okay, so with the start items, I think what could be nice to show off here is on the indicator in the top right where it shows the 2 squares. I would really appreciate it if there were stars there to show where the stars were located on the item. Because, for example, let's say that the stars are on the left and right, then, because, let me say it like this. If there were stars on the top and bottom, so let's say there were 4 stars available to this item, I could move this key right here and put the goggles here, which would hit these 2 iron daggers. But if it's on the left and right, that would mean that the way that these are positioned right now, I can only hit 1 of these daggers, which it doesn't look like. Oh, okay, so I can see if I drag it into here, right? So that's at least a benefit. Okay, so I kind of half take back what I said. Let's see. We can go ahead and do this. That'll put some extra damage there. I don't know why I didn't have that before. Probably because I didn't have this lined up. That would be why I didn't do that. Let's go ahead and do I want to pick up? Yeah, let's get the Ring of Greed now, so we have a little bit more pickup radius. That being the case, do I want to? Yeah, no. Let's go ahead and reroll here. Do have some more bag space, so let's go ahead and grab just a bunch of bag space. We have more health and armor. We got more daggers. Probably should just grab more daggers. Then what do we have here? A starred item status affecting, so crit chance and base damage. Can't afford. We're broke. All right, continue on. Should probably stay reasonably close. That way we can get some damage with our hero sword as well. What do we got up here? Ooh, a little chesty chest? What do we get in here? Ow. What do we get? Do we just get coins? We must have just gotten coins. I wish there was a little pop-up, though, that told you, like, plus 10 coins or something. It probably said it in the top right, but I kind of wish it said on top of my character, because that's where my focus is. So anything that's important like that should probably be, relocated to close to the center of the screen. I think that the, getting coins and stuff is totally fine to have up in the top right, but especially if I'm doing an event like that, it should probably be relocated to the center of the screen. So what do we have here? Holy damage. Well, we do have some holy damage here, but I don't think that that's reasonable to kind of take a bunch of space here. Oh, wait, start item. All damage is converted to holy? Oh, okay, so maybe we do want to do that. That would be interesting, because then we could turn some of these into holy and do more damage with them. Okay, let's lock that in. We might end up working with that, but I need some more space here, so let's look for some more bags. There's some more bags. Keep looking. There we go. So let's see. How do we want to work this? I could do something like this. Grab this, bring it in here. And then if we find another dagger, pop it up here. Or even just any real projectile weapon. Let's grab the extra health. What do we got here? Crit chance, crit multiplier, physical damage. Requires at least 3, at most 3 weapons. Oh, okay, I see. So if you have 3 weapons, you get an additional crit multiplier. Got it. So that would help out all our other physical weapons, which is not bad. I think I'm going to get rid of this bronze chestplate, which I can't get now, but we'll lock it in. The Orc Mage Lord has appeared. All right, let's go ahead and take him out. Careful of all these projectiles. However, we can keep our distance here. Oh, no. Okay, we got hit by one of those. That's fine. That's fine. We're doing okay. We have a bunch of coins now. Let's make our way back to the shop. We can pick up that crit chance. Help beat the boss a little bit easier. See, we can grab this, pop that in there. Poison damage, we're not doing. Let's grab a little bit more inventory space. We we find another dagger. There's some magical daggers which we could take. Can I fit that in? Yeah, so we can do this, move this over, put this over here. I can't afford it. Dang it, Bobby. How much do we get here? 12. That's fine. I'll get rid of that. Boom. Make it holy. Nice. So we're getting some crit chance, crit multiplier. Where's our crit at? Our crit is at up here. Only 5. Oh, so we don't have any crit chance? Really? Oh, maybe that's just our crit chance. And then, oh, right. Then each weapon has its own crit chance. Got it. Got it. All right. Jump back in. Let's go. Let's get him dead. Just got a potion here. Let's pick that up. Oh, wait, what is this? Do I touch it? Oh, that's a magnet. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to get magnets. Good to know. And there we go. Easy kills, easy life. We get to pick another relic here. If your health is lower than 50, all damage is increased by 20%. All holy damage is increased by 50%. All non-holy damage is reduced. Okay, if it wasn't for that second line, I would take this. But we're just going to take the rage. I don't think we're really going to get that far, but you never know. So now we make it into the boss map here, and really this is just take down the boss. That's basically it. What is doing that? Is that the magical? That must be the magical daggers that's spinning around us. Where is the boss? Oh, the boss is down here. I thought the boss was going to spawn out of that pool there. And we have a bunch of damage. Down goes the boss. So, yeah, looks looks pretty easy. Not gonna lie. I think what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go ahead and grab that Hellfire upgrade and see what we can do with it and see how much harder it makes the game. Because right now, oh, so you know what? It looks like level might not be tied to each run. It might be tied to total progression. So there might be something like another room in here or something that you need to level up for. Maybe that's what it's for. So Hellfire, bring it on. Unlocks the ability to increase the Hellfire level of the run. This makes the enemy stronger and as an adventure harder to complete, but the rewards are also much greater to defeat higher level Hellfire adventures for more. Sure, let's buy these, both of those, and then let's also do we want relic rerolls? Yeah, let's do relic rerolls. Can't afford it. Never mind. I lied. All right, let's go ahead and do another run and see what we can find. Let's see how much harder it actually is. So Hellfire, got it. So you can go up to infinite Hellfire. Okay. And how do we... Okay, so we go up here? No. Interesting. So down is up, and up is down. How does that work? Okay, so the buttons don't actually work, it looks like. It looks like you have to scroll from here. Yeah, okay, so you got to drag from here. So we got, what, 40% extra coins, 6% extra enemies... 240% health. Oh boy. Enemy damage is double. Experience is doubled. So again, not fully sure what the experience is doing, but and then by completing it, hold on. No, go back. Can I even go back? Okay, there should definitely be a back button here to go back. Escape doesn't even do anything. Okay, so for doing this, we are going to unlock an additional item. So we're going to go ahead and do maybe something. Let's try and do something a little bit different here, maybe. What do we want to do? There's probably going to be some magic items that we can try out. But first, I'm going to need... Let's see, we can do that. I'm going to need... Actually, you know what we can do? This is probably a little bit better. Just get that going. I need some more inventory space is what I need. Put the sword in. Okay, let's save. No need to spend the 4 on a reroll. We'll just jump in with what we got and then give her a shot. All right, where are you little buggers? Where be ya? There's one. Easy enough. You didn't seem that much harder. Look at that. You guys aren't anything. You guys aren't crap. We're still gonna take you out nice and easy. Oh, that frog wanted the juice. He wanted the business. Okay, let's not get hit by the bats. Grab some coins, and we'll make our way over to the old man here in just a second. Make our way around here, collect up some coins here. Very nice, very nice. Ah, okay, let's grab the heals here before we make our way to the old man. I don't know why I was expecting a menu there. That's kind of why I stopped moving. But alright, old man. Let's get to you. Alrighty here. Ooh, what is this? 10% speed, lose damage, but more cooldown reduction. Okay, let's reroll. We need some more. There we go. Inventory space. Yeah, nothing here that I'm really excited about. I want to find something that, like, I'm excited to build around. A lot of this kind of base weapons. Maybe we just grab a whip? I don't know. That's a lot of space that I don't necessarily have. Okay, I think I'm just going to grab... Can I even fit that in? I can. I'm going to lose out the damage there, but I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab that, and then we can also do that. Yeah, I know we've seen some magic items, so I kind of want to see that. Cooldown altar, that will be helpful. Let's go ahead and grab that. Oh boy, bats, Jesus criminy. Let's not. Hey guys, let's not and say we did. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're not gonna grab that. Unless we can kind of kite him around. There we go. Nice. Take him out. Do it, buddy. Use your sword. Get him. Oh man, we have a whole bunch of coins. Yeah, we got some big old coins recently. Let's see. +2 spiked. Who's spiked? Damage return to the attacker when your character is damaged. You know what? I feel like that's not really what I want to be doing. We could go with the Assassin's Face Mask and just go with fewer weapons. There is kind of a great sword that might pop up that would be kind of cool to grab. Let's keep an eye out. So there's things like the blunt mace that we can do, which just have high crit chance and, you know, have full attack. We might need to lose the hero sword, though, if we're doing that, right? Because we get 20% physical damage. We lose some damage, but get cooldown reduction, and we get some more speed if we do that. I don't think we want to do that, because if we're doing this, we want damage. Well, there's... Okay, so if we want to go... We could just go for a lightning build. I don't know how much stuff there is around lightning, but here's a lightning staff. Let's do that. I feel like that could be fun. So... Let's see. So if I do this... Crit chance, crit multiplier. Is there a way that I could target? Yeah. So if we do this, we do this, we do this. How many spaces? This is 4 spaces. Let's do like that. That actually increase this damage. Yeah, this does more damage overall. Attacks at range, though. That's the difference, right? This is a shorter cooldown, but this attacks at range. We could take this just for the crit chance, crit multiplier. We get a bigger crit multiplier, so let's do that. We do obviously lose out on the physical damage, but I think that's fine. And we don't have enough space for either of these at the moment. Let's go for the pickup range, extra coin drop. There's some extra space. Pop that in somewhere, not sure where. Just Blade of Sacred Envy. Armor, holy damage, we're not really doing. There's the Stone Greatsword that I mentioned before, which we could still take. There's no reason we can't take it. That would still keep us under that 3 damage. But if we take this... Oh, it rotates around the player? Alright, let's give this a shot. So we can do this. Maybe increase that damage. Pop that over here. Oh, no, then that makes that weird. But we can do this. Actually, let's just do this because then we can pop this up here. Get rid of these. Not sure really where I need this yet. So we'll just kind of do this. Get more pickup and extra coin chance. So how does the sword work? Okay, it's a pretty small area. How long does it stay active? Quite a while. Oh, wait, does it just stay up now that it's active? Oh, yeah, it just stays up. Okay, that seems kind of good. It's a pretty small area, though, so I might end up getting rid of it, but we at least know how it works now. Okay, so we got plenty of coins here. Let's make our way to the old man here before the boss spawns. Yeah, probably gonna want to find another weapon besides this one before the boss comes in. Let's go ahead and grab some more space here. Let's see what we can find. There's another yeah, we don't want the daggers. We got plenty of space right now. Just kind of looking. Ooh, what is this? Shattered ice greaves? This, I mean, the armor here looks really cool. The graphic design is really nice. More ice damage. Not really going for that. It does give us spiked in armor and health, but not really crazy about the ice damage. You find something that has electric, let me know. Okay, I don't need to buy that. I'm getting too short-sighted here by all the items, the space. All the space. Okay, rerolls are getting too expensive at this point, so I'm going to hold off on doing those. I'm going to keep this in for the time being here, but do need to keep my eye out. Yeah, okay, so it does look like kills are what are increasing the timer on the old man here. All right, so the boss appeared, has a lot more health. Right? I think the initial health pool was, what, 500? No, 1,700? Still not finding any lightning weapons. Just nothing. Just nothing. We can just move these over. We can take a few more defenses. Might as well get some additional coins as well. Okay. I think I'm going to hold out again. We'll do one more reroll. One more. So there is the holy weapon. I don't think I necessarily want this, though. Do I? We're getting... Well, no. We're getting the extra physical damage from the assassin's face mask, so I would rather have the stone greatsword. Okay. I think an argument could be made by just swapping over to a bow. Because I think that's probably going to be better against the boss than this greatsword. Although the boss does like to rush towards me, so maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe the greatsword is better to go with. Yeah, like this. You like to come up on me? Fine. I'll smack you with the greatsword a bunch. Okay, old man. Give me some stuff. We got a pyroclasmic staff. Targets a random enemy in range. Enemies hit cause an explosion. Oh, okay. So let's go with this. Let's go with this. Just because we get that explosive damage and can hopefully hit enemies in an AoE. Let's take a little bit more storage space here now that we're starting to fill up. Health and extra dash. Do we need that? Yeah, I think I am going to grab that. So let's go ahead and fill that in. These in here. Let's make our way down here to the pool of healing, because I'm going to need it in a second. Where's our staff of fire? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, where's our staff of fire? All right, don't you dare. There you go. I was going to say, don't you dare touch me. Don't you do it. Okay, we got to get some kills here because I need some more gold. We need some more gold. Let's go ahead and sell this. We're not using it anymore. Reroll here. Ooh, what is this? Rare item of the void. Less health, less armor, but more void damage. All damage is converted to void. You know what? I think we're going to do this. Maybe over the assassin's face mask. Because we're not taking advantage of the physical damage anymore. Obviously, we have the crit multiplier. But our crit chance is pretty low. So I think this is going to be more beneficial to us. So, how do we want to build this? So let's go ahead and do this. Let's rearrange a little bit. Let's move these over, move these over. That also limits our restrictions, so we don't need... Oh, but these are a little bit longer, so it's going to kind of screw this up. Because only 2 of these are touching it now. Actually, only 1 of these is touching it. Okay, that's super weird. So let's go ahead and reorganize this a little bit here. Maybe do... How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I don't even think I can have all of these touch, to be completely honest. Yeah, it's a little weird. So then I think what we're going to do... Now that we're not restricted to 3 weapons, I can start pulling in a few other weapons for us to use. And actually, I want the daggers over the tomahawk. I know I literally just bought that. Is it the most efficient thing to do? No, it is not. Okay, let's grab the bag here. So that way we can start putting some stuff down here. There we go. I guess they kind of count as magical items if we turn them into magical items. It still fits the theme. Get away from me, you pesky little beetle. I wonder if there's any kind of enrage timer on this. There doesn't seem to be. At least there's no indication right now. Music's doing something weird, though. Alright, beetle down. There we go. Let's collect all our coins here at the end. And no rerolls. So it seems like there's a very small relic pool. I'm wondering either if it's because this is an early version and they haven't developed a lot of these yet, or if relics are locked behind a location in the base that I haven't unlocked yet because it's not in the early version of the demo. Either way, both those reasons are because it's an early version of the demo. But I'm going to take Rage here because we're not playing it a holy damage at all. Okay, we're going to maybe need to get some piercing here, I guess, if we're going to play around with the void daggers. Although that's kind of leaning more into the build that we had before, so maybe I should focus more on getting more stabs. And kind of building out our inventory around that. Alright, just kind of slowly making my way over to the old man. I want to collect more coins, as many as I can before I get there. Ooh, there's a chest over here, so let's grab the chest. I'm assuming, actually, we're at 293. How much is this going to give me? Yeah, okay, so the chest just gives you a bunch of coins. Okay, got that confirmed. Unfortunately, they are covering up the old man, so we're going to have to kite him around here. Give myself a little bit of breathing room to get down there. There we go, old man. All right, give me some inventory space. Make it work. What do we got? Poison damage. Don't really care about that all that much. Luck and extra coin chance. Yeah, let's grab one of those. What do we got here? All void-based weapons. +3 piercing. Ooh, we like that. Okay, well, okay. We're making another dagger build. We're making another dagger build, apparently. So let's go ahead and we can get this out. We don't need this anymore. Pop this. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That needs a lot of space. Okay, I should have looked at that before. What else do we have here? Explosion size, projectile size, damage. Okay, so pretty good with the pyroclasmic staff, but not really good with anything else, I don't think. Because this is just targeting specific enemies, and who cares if these are bigger. So there's probably a build around here, but we're kind of short on the staff, so we're not going to go into that today. We do have the speed and cooldown reduction, less damage. We could build around that. We could do that. Let's grab the tomahawk. I'm gonna start moving things around here in right after I buy everything that I need here. There's more lightning damage, but this is now, well, I could turn it back into lightning damage. Is there any reason to do that? 7 piercing. So does piercing mean that's how many enemies that it connects to? I wish I knew how many enemies this goes to. I think that's what it's doing, because there's nothing else that indicates how many enemies it's hitting. So maybe I'm not going in the forge. Curious. There's some more space. Another dagger. Bunch more space here. Perfect. It's gonna help us reorganize. Can grab the simple bow as well, because we can now make it void, and then all void gets piercing, and then of course it's going to do void damage. Another Stormcaller staff. Let's go ahead and pick that up as well. Okay, so let's do a little bit of rearranging here. Probably going to fast forward right through this. Alrighty, so we got everything fitted in, except for the Boots of Escape, which we don't really need all that much. I will just hold them in my inventory. One of the nice things about this is you have an inventory space here. So one of the things that I've kind of not been crazy about with things like with God of Weapons is that you do have limited storage space. You start with only 1, and then through Metaprogression you can upgrade it to 2, and I think maybe 3. But if it's left in your inventory once you join the next wave, it does get sold. Versus here, where I can kind of hold on to these, and, you know, if I want these later on, I can go ahead and pop them in. I don't have to sell them. Could if I wanted to, but there's nothing really that I necessarily want to buy that I would be able to immediately buy. Now, I do have a little bit of weapon space here to get a little bit of extra damage here, but there's nothing I really want to fit in right this second. So, I do have all these daggers combined. 3 daggers. I have the bow. I have the axes all combined. We did get the Terror Chainmail in, and then we have both of our staves connected to our hero sword. And then we just got our staff hanging over here in the corner here. So we are doing just fine. Cool little visual upgrade now with the Void Armor. Our armor has turned purple, so that is a really nice touch. Now, I don't necessarily know what affects the weapon in our character's hand, because clearly we have the lightning staff there now. Not sure what changes that. It would be kind of cool if there was an option that, like, you know, you go to the menu and then you can scroll through, like, all the weapons you have in your inventory. You could pick from there. Same thing with armor. That would kind of be a neat little feature. All right, we got a bunch of coins now. Let's go ahead and head into here. And what do we need? We need inventory space is really what we need. Do have another dagger here, so we can go ahead and pop that in. That is our last void weapon. We do have one more space here, but I need a little bit more inventory there to make it actually work. So let's go ahead and do just that. Keep buying up some inventory. What else we got here? We got more satchel. There we go. Ooh, got a big old travel chest. Perfect, because now we can move that down there, and we got room for one more weapon. Maybe we want to do the whip. Maybe? I don't know. It's pretty low damage, to be completely honest with you. It's pretty low damage. Cooldown 2.5. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we can hold out on that. Oh, we got another chainmail armor. What is this? Oh, that's right. That's the holy damage, so we don't really need that. Maybe I just grab the tomahawk here just to fill that in. Then we could get more luck. What do we have here? An energy damage. target's closest enemy. Okay, why not? We can fit it up here. We don't have a penalty now for more weapons, so we might as well. We have additional luck and extra coin chance. Sure. Got perfect spot for it right there. And I'm not going to spend 64 coins to re-roll. No sense in that. We can also get our boots in there now. So we are a happy camper. We got a nice little inventory going right here. We got a little bit of a void build. Not too bad, not too shabby. What do we got up here? Pool of healing. We can save that till later. The old man's already spawned for us. He just knows exactly when to show up. We got a magnet altar. All right, let's go ahead and grab the magnet altar. We can head up to the old man, buy a bunch more stuff. Oh boy, we're taking on some damage here, taking on some hard water. Let's go ahead and heal right up. Then we can make our way right up to the old man. Level up again. What do we got here? Health, damage, armor. I mean, this is all good stuff. I think that's is that physical damage or just overall damage? Global damage affects all attacks. Well, we like that. We're going to buy that. We could also grab another Stormcaller staff, which I think I'm going to. And then let's just reroll. What is this? Health armor. Let's buy some more space here. Some spicy spice. There's room for the staff. Let's see. And I need 4. Nowhere that I can currently fit that in right now, I don't think. Ooh, this would help with fire damage. I mean, we don't have much fire damage, so it's probably not beneficial to actually do that. Although, why not? We can hold on to it for later. Or we can just pop it in right now. Pop in both of these. Sweet! Sweet, sweet, sweet. We also get an extra sack right down there. We could grab another Stormcaller staff. Let's do that. We can fit that in. Get some of this going. Actually, can't fit that in there. Can I fit it in? Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. If this was... Well, no. Hang on. No. I still can't do it because I need the single... Yeah, I would need this gone. It would fill that... Well... Yeah, because I'm going to lose out on that space for this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we can still pop this up here. We just need... Well, actually... we have that. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Got that in. We can pop that up here for another staff if it comes up. And I'm not going to re-roll that much. $2,500 Orc Mage. Alright, where be you, buddy? Where be you? I see your projectiles. Oh, you're just in the middle there. Okay, well, here's where our Pierce is going to help us out quite a bit, I'm hoping. Get us through that whole mob there. Let's take out some of these Orc Mages, though, that are being super annoying. Hitting us in the back. Oh, I didn't realize that hit me. Okay. Or, I mean, I know it hit me, but I didn't realize it was going to hit me. There we go. Nice. Orc Mage down. And now all we have is the final boss. Let's get her going. Yeah. When you pick up a health potion, it has 50% chance of causing explosion for 25 damage. I think I'm just going to take another rage here. Because if we get low health, that'll be pretty beneficial to help kind of finish off the boss even faster. Although this boss is still going down pretty quickly with all our weapons. And there we go. Boss down. Not too shabby at all. Seems easy enough. I'm actually surprised. One thing I heard about this game before actually playing it, because there were a couple of creators who got a key before I was able to. And I actually heard that this was kind of a more challenging game and that there were some balancing issues. Honestly, I didn't really notice that it was too... Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised the damage was that high. I didn't think it was actually going to be that strong. I didn't experience any like significant you know, difficulty spikes or anything like that. So I was expecting to kind of be caught in situations that I was taking a lot more damage than I was kind of ready for. So I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. That's just kind of some things that I had heard based on, you know, some early coverage of the game and just kind of reading some posts and that. But in my experience, it didn't seem like it was too difficult, based on the fact that, you know, we already maxed out how hard we can make the game. We also have the only other things that we can unlock are relic rerolls and extra dashes. So we did unlock, there was a new item that we unlocked. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that is. Because we actually unlocked multiple items. So if we start a run, we unlock this right here. Legendary, just 50% extra damage. Wow. That is a that is a decent start. So one thing that's kind of interesting about this game, I'm wondering, well, we already saw that there are going to be different characters. So I assume that there's going to be different stat spreads for the different characters. It's interesting to me that, well, you know what, now that I think about it, well, okay, let me word it like this. I think the interesting thing is that all the items that you unlock by completing maps, you get access to all of them at the same time. I think that's the interesting thing. Typically, I would think that you would have like a menu that says like pick your starting weapon, and it allows you to pick between a wooden practice sword or hero sword or any other future weapons you get. And then you'd have one for like choose your starting trinket, and it would offer you like Scales of the Beetle, Hellfire rune, and Key to the Final Fortress. Maybe you get to pick like 2 or 3 or something like that. I'm a little surprised that they just allow you to have access to everything, especially because it's obviously a good way to kind of kickstart you, right? Because if we get, you know, the treasure bag, we can pop this in, we can pop this in, and then we grab this. Now all of a sudden we can have this. We reroll once, and we do this. I mean, this is a very crude way to do it, but just follow me here for a second. Like, if we could afford another 2, put that there, and then boom, we put our key here, and all of a sudden, all the items we have are already selected for us. Now, obviously, that helps things out. I'm not going to do another run here. I'm just going to... There's no way to escape from that menu without going in, which I feel like should definitely be added. But I don't know. It's just one of those things that's slightly different. I don't know why it's throwing me off. But I feel like in other games I've played, it would be a little bit more limited how many items you have access to at the start of the run. But I'm not going to complain. You know, the more power we get to start, the more power we get to start. Right now, it does seem like builds are a little bit limited. A lot of times I've found myself keep going to the daggers, but obviously we did have some magical items. We had a couple different stabs there, but you know, in terms of getting relics, it seems like the relics are pretty limited. But again, this is a very early demo, so I probably shouldn't harp too much about the different build styles and all that, because we don't have access to different characters or anything like that. This is their first demo that they're putting out, and obviously there's a bunch of content here that we don't have access to yet, like all this. There's the meta-progression stuff, and the fact that some weapons and items just might not be in the game right now. But as far as the game actually goes, it's quite fun. I've been really liking inventory managers more recently, and this one, you know, it follows the formula very well. It adds in that extra little element as far as I've experienced. Maybe this is in other games, but the fact that you have items that you need to hit certain thresholds to get a bonus level is kind of a nice little touch. It adds a little bit more reason to focus on certain stats. There are going to be certain pieces of equipments that you want for certain builds, and so there's going to give you a little bit more incentive there to focus on the stats you need for that build, rather than just having, you know, big old mesh piles of builds that have just kind of all the stats. You're going to want to focus a little bit more on those. I really like the items that change different item damage, because it allows you to pick the weapons that you like in terms of how they attack. If you like for example, the Stormcaller staff, right? That's what it was called. I'm going to call it the lightning staff just in case that's not what it was called. That's kind of the most basic version. But if you like that type of weapon that does like the chain lightning, or maybe you like the fireball staff that does AoE damage because you have a bunch of items that maybe increase the explosion size, but you have items that specifically like void damage. We had that orb in the center there that you could turn your pyro staff into void damage and kind of forge it and make it work in the build you want. And so I like items like that. I don't remember how many we actually saw that do a similar similar type of effect, but I do really appreciate that weapon, and I really, or that item, and I really like that going on. I feel like the runs maybe a little bit too short. I think you could probably add on like one more map in here rather than having 2 maps and a boss. I don't know. That's going to be something that obviously there were different stages we saw that were locked. In order to really fully understand what's going on there with the gameplay and critique that, I'm definitely going to have to see more of what they want to offer in this game. It's kind of hard to judge a game on stuff like that when you're just looking at the first level, but I do think that the run feels a little bit short, and I could definitely see it extended. One of the critiques, again, I'm going to go back to kind of comparing to God of Weapons, just because that's a game we've played recently, is there was a comment I read recently that said one of the problems with these styles of games, or maybe it was actually on Neo Duel, I digress, but it was another one of these inventory managers, is that they felt like by the time they were getting to the end of the run, once you start getting, like in God of Weapons, once you start getting to floor 17, 18, 19, or in Neo Duel, you start getting to win 13 and 14 out of 15, that's when they feel like the build is done. And so you start getting to the end, and as soon as your build is done, you have like one game to play, and then all of a sudden it's over. And that's kind of like how I felt here, a little similarly, where really our build came together right at the like second half of that second map. So I feel like if you had, you know, maybe one more map or even 2 more, just extended it a bit, you'd have a little bit more time to play with that finalized build rather than you know, kind of like messing with your build for the first, you know, couple minutes, and then all of a sudden you have your build and then the fight's over. Because obviously you have a cool build, you want to show it off, and you want to play around with it a bit and see how powerful you can become. Obviously builds are like never done, right? But it could definitely be fun to play a bit more and have a little bit more time with your finished build. But overall, I think, you know, Backpack Survivors is a really cool addition to the genre. I'm definitely excited to see what updates come in the future, but more importantly, what do you guys think of the game? What would you like to see included, and how do you think that this demo stands up against the other bullet heavens / inventory managers in the field right now? Let me know down below in the comments. And of course, if you did like the video, you had some fun, you liked what you saw, would you kindly smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more roguelike action just like this? But guys, for today, I have been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.